All right. What is up, everybody? This is Pointless Agenda. My name's Danny.
I'm Anthony.
I'm Eduardo.
Rick.
Justin.
Hey guys, I'm Andrew.
Thank you for joining
Eduardo.
us on another epic journey of listening to us talk. And some people got beers again.
I feel that now that I actually resemble somewhat of a Hispanic, I should actually go by Eduardo.
Oh, we got
What did you
Eddie
resemble
and Justin
before?
back.
Yeah.
Yay!
They came out of the ditch.
We got the whole crew here.
It took a whole week to get this haircut.
Wait, what did they cut? A hair a day?
Yeah.
You have 7 hairs.
Yeah, it looks like you just got like a patch on the
7
top.
massive hairs just coming out, and that's all. They just like.
This is actually hard, dude. I mean, I did this myself. So like,
Oh, big man over here.
I would
See,
never
I'll-
cut my hair.
I cut my
I
hair
only
before.
trust my hair with old Italian men.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'm
would.
probably gonna.
Oh,
start
and
that.
Raul.
I ain't got
my
time to
hairdresser.
pay. I
usually,
ain't got time to pay $12 for like just
usually
for
when I
them to
get
shave my
haircut
head.
done, it's either. Sorry about that. Usually when I get my haircut done, it's usually either by a really feminine man or a woman. I feel those are the best hairstylists.
Hey, brother, do you want to get your fucking haircut?
You're just like, no.
Yeah!
Why is it like
So
a
I was
wrestler?
fucking my chick last night, brother. Oh, by the way, how do you want this?
What?
I can't
Go by
look at
Randy
the end.
Savage.
Yeah, you want the fucking flippy? What are you, a gay? It's cool. It's cool.
You know, we look really cool, brother. Frosted tips.
Hey brother, let me come in your hair, brother.
You're gonna sit in the chair. We're gonna have some playtime. Hair saw is ready.
Buzz cuts
Oh,
ready.
Yeah, buzz cut is ready.
Rick, earlier today you were doing like the story of Morgan Freeman eating a Tootsie Roll Pop,
Oh.
and it was probably one of the funniest things I've ever heard Rick say in my life.
What? Oh boy. Okay.
Hold on,
Alright. This is-
I remember the first time I had a Tootsie Pop. It was the summer of 1978. It was a warm summer's day. I went to the store and I had my 2 bits that I earned from selling the evening paper, and I got the I got the Tootsie Pop, and I went outside. That first lick opened a gateway to unknown flavor. That second lick opened that door wider. But there was an apprehension that built afterwards. The third lick happened, and the sweat started beating up on my firm brow. I knew that fourth lick might not happen. As I went to try to muster that fourth lick up, before I knew it, my teeth were wrapped around the center of that Tootsie Pop. Ever since then, I've never made it without biting.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, why?
Why? Yeah, why? I think the best question is why.
I like how you
I
were
feel like
doing
that's
the
just like a-
facial.
Just like a giant,
I'm almost crying.
a giant euphemism for oral sex. Is
Yeah,
what
you
I
blow
felt
a
like
dude?
that was.
Kind of.
3 licks, he just
Fine
came
for
all over
oral
you.
sex, damn girl. That's rough.
It took me.
What?
He was doing that
Just
before.
little bites.
I was for some
Little
reason
nibble.
playing League of Legends, and
Oh, for some reason.
yeah, for some reason I just started
It has
playing
its
it
fun. It has its
Yeah,
it has its
it has its
moments.
strong points, and it has.
Until you get drop hacked.
Yeah. And Rick was just saying that in the background, and I was just like in it, like playing the game. And after a while, he was like, what got me is he said was the sweat beats like drips down my feral brow.
My
I-
fertile brow.
I was like, so I started listening, and then I put the pieces together. It was just him describing a fucking Tootsie Roll Pop. I was like, what's happening?
My favorite thing to do with the whole Tootsie Pop thing is, Mr. Dahmer, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a person? I've never made it without biting. Ask Mr. Manson.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's some dark humor right there for your podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Lazies.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick's
I'll be
sense of
lazy.
humor in a nutshell.
Oh god.
You were laughing at a lady who had to describe her friend's death on TV.
Yeah, Andrew, I think
No. He
you
was
win
laughing
today.
because she was.
She was speaking her native tongue.
Yeah.
It's because it was a different language, and you thought it was funny.
Ugh.
Anyway.
Nah, Rick's sense of humor will. I don't know.
I don't know. It was kind of like the
I-
synthesizer in that one song. Where it was,
I
what
feel
song
that
was that,
Rick's sense of
Danny?
humor, it's either like extremely dark or just
Or extremely corny.
really stupid, shitty puns, which I appreciate.
I don't
Alright,
know. Puns are
The first time I ever met Rick,
great.
like the first interaction I ever had with him ever, I didn't know who he was yet, but it was like January. It was January in Jersey. It's cold. All right, it's snowy and shitty. My man's has jean shorts on. He's walking with some chick, and I don't know what inspired me. I just saw him with these jean shorts and a t-shirt, and I was like, dude, did you lose a bet or something? And he was like, nah, I got these half off. And he just walked away. That was the first time I ever met Rick.
Rick always wears shorts in like the dead of winter.
All the time. At least he used to.
He still does.
Because I have awesome calves.
You like to flaunt your calves.
You got
Yeah,
a
man.
flaunt them class 24/7, 365.
25/8.
It's more of a gift to the rest of the world.
That's a long time.
Right.
My coldest temperature is -15
Well,
in
my
shorts.
bad.
It's time for Eddie to wake up.
It's time for the thing!
Oh, the thing!
Oh, the thing's happening.
Is that the drink alarm?
Alright, that's it. I don't have
The
any
thing.
games with me, so I would have to go get one.
No, it's okay.
There you go. We got a whole band going.
Oh, we have the jaw harp. Lovely. So how is everybody else besides Rick? Because we know how Rick is.
I'm chilling.
Everyone's
I'm
happy.
an old ass
Chilling.
bitch.
I'm on the fence about Wildstar. That's been on my mind.
Dude, I've been trying to get people to love Wildstar since I played it at PAX.
It's
2 years
really
ago.
hard to love for me,
Considering,
man.
considering
It's really early beta.
Considering it literally shits on my internet when I try to patch it, it's really hard to like it.
You
Have
can't
you
even,
restarted your computer yet?
can't even play it.
You scroob. I don't know.
What am I gonna do? The game doesn't want to patch for me, so what the fuck what do you want me to do?
Same thing
I'm
happened
having
to Rick.
trouble downloading it too, but I'm really excited to play it.
Yeah, same thing happened to Rick. Rick can't really like even download it, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You said pay to play, and then I just didn't download it.
Well,
You
as
said
of
pay to
right
play.
now,
I
it's
said
free
damn.
because it's open beta. So
He's
if you
like,
ever
I have
wanna
to
try it
spend
without
money.
paying-
Although they took an interesting
Adding
turn
in.
that I haven't seen MMOs do before, where you can use in-game currency to play.
That's pretty cool. I do like that.
It's interesting.
So people are gonna go super ham and never have to pay for it again.
Basically,
Which
Or
is
you
cool.
could just be Rick for a few days and then mine copper.
that's what I thought too. They might make it extremely expensive, but I don't think so because a lot of people said if you play like 15 to 20 hours a week,
Which, if you think about it, isn't a lot.
yeah, to all of us that's nothing.
Yeah.
Then you can. They said you can definitely afford it. So I mean, I don't know. And you can
It's an
also.
interesting
I think,
take.
I think it is an in-game item as well. So like you'd be like, hey man, I could be wrong, but I feel like this is how it will be or
it would
should
be
be.
really funny. I think it'd be really funny if that item you can't specifically buy it, and the only way to get it would be through like a 0.0001 of a percentage in like each dungeon.
A drop.
Oh my
Time,
Like,
god.
that would be some next level shit.
Everybody like, guys,
And, like,
please let me get this. I'm about
Not
to run out of
even-
time.
Not even a drop, but a not guaranteed drop.
Mhm.
Exactly. So like,
Oh.
not only do you have that, you also have people selling it like in the
The auction
the
house.
whatchamacallit, the auction house for like $1 trillion.
That would be horrible.
This
I'd
is-
rather
Dude,
be-
that's so crucial. That's so crucial.
I don't know. Do you know how they're gonna go by distributing it?
I have no clue.
Have they announced it?
I have no clue.
You're the
from what I can
Wildstar
think
guy.
of, maybe I think they might have like an NPC vendor for it. You could
Trading
buy
like badges for
you
it or
could buy
something.
said thing. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
All right,
about
but the
how
fact
they-
that it exists is enough.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they're gonna put it out there, like they're probably shooting for more than like 1 or 2% people to be able to access it. You know,
What do you mean?
like there's like the hardcore people who will be playing like a lot every day, but I highly doubt they're the main target for that item.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're gonna be getting it, but I don't think they're the only ones that are gonna be getting it.
Well, it's an option to. It's how you want to pay. It's not. Just,
Yeah, but it's an option that everyone's gonna want.
Another
Like-
interesting way to do it, I feel, would be like, let's say your subscription runs out like the day after tomorrow. The game will like start a quest and be like, oh, your subscription is running, or like some bullshit story like, oh no, your power force is running out in 3 days. You need to find a way to like fix this, and it gives you the membership as throughout like this extremely complicated quest.
Like a quest reward for it.
Yeah.
That
That would be
that's
another
that's
cool way to
definitely
do it.
neat, but I don't know.
But
That's
that
I mean,
would
there's
be
so
a
many options of doing
non-profitable
it.
way to do it.
I'm
but-
kind of curious as to how they do it. But the game itself, I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Well, you
I
don't like it lore wise.
Oh, dude. All right. Let's tackle like the elephant in the room, the obvious thing. It's gonna be compared to WoW.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I
Of
mean,
course.
WoW was that's the MMO. When you think MMO, you usually think World of Warcraft. And I
Which we
guess
touched on last podcast.
yeah.
Maybe
And-
we should just rename our podcast. Anthony talks about how everything is like WoW.
No, damn it! It's Wildstar. It's an MMO. All right.
Dude, I was eating a sandwich and
And-
it seemed like, wow.
World of Warcraft, dude.
And now it's
These
like such
cheese
wow, what a
hits.
sandwich.
These
Cheese.
pants don't give me agility.
They don't. No, actually, I have basketball shorts on, so these do give me agility.
Oh God.
Toilets are totally just trying to be like, wow, bro.
Hey, what were you saying, Ant?
God damn it, Rick. No, all right. My only complaint right off the bat is they throw way too much at you immediately. Like way too much. Like, all right. Spoiler alert: the first 20 minutes of the game. It's not even a spoiler, but you talk to like the main person of your faction, right? The guy on like the hologram, Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking directly to that guy, right?
Well, it's the hologram of him.
Yeah, but it's him.
Yeah.
And he's addressing you
Yeah.
personally, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's no like build up. Like the way that I saw it,
Oh yeah.
in World of Warcraft, you start out and they're like, "Oh, hey, new recruit, punch boars because you're a new recruit." Like, I like that you start small.
You just started. You have to be on boar punching duty.
Goddamn,
Why do
you
you punch
start the game and
boars?
you
I don't ask
immediately
you
beat the
questions.
I think in the first intro though, they make it a point. I think you're some sort of chosen one.
Yeah,
The entire emperor is like. The,
but I'm playing with like
the last one.
100,000
but-
people.
Yeah, okay.
Chosen
That, okay, see, now that's the problem, because how are you
See?
supposed to be... How are you supposed to be the chosen one when everyone else is the chosen one?
Oh, we're the
It's
chosen.
that's a linear story
Yeah.
for you, yeah.
Tackle it, Justin. I'm so ready for this.
Dude, no,
Let's get
I
down,
agree,
dude.
but like personally, I love the game and I don't give a shit about lore or story. I don't.
The lore is such a
about
big
that.
part of like
not
at least
really.
MMOs because I
Okay, let's be
devote
realistic
so
for a
much
second.
time
Since
to it.
When do you actually look at an MMO and actually give a shit about the lore? Let's be
World
realistic.
of
for a
Warcraft?
second. When do
When
you
I-
go to WoW and you're like, oh, I wonder what these fucking gnomes up in whatever the fuck the Cold Mountain is called have to
Me?
say. You're full of
I
shit.
sort of... I like the...
People
Yo,
Yes,
lore...
people
give a
I
shit.
love
The
WoW
lore is what
like,
brought me into World of Warcraft because I
I
played
spent
Warcraft
a
3.
day reading, like, WoW's lore. one
I
day.
went back and
Like-
did all the quest lines just to like catch up with myself.
Like, I want, like, every time I met someone important, I was like, hold up, I need to look them up real quick.
yeah,
And then
you're
you
like,
start
oh, it's
clicking
this
on
guy.
links.
Like, I don't know,
And then-
but at the same time, it's hard because Wildstar has to throw a lot at you
With-
because they're starting fresh. They're starting from nothing. Whereas Warcraft, you're like, oh shit, it's
But,
fucking
so
Arthas.
I wanted to say something about that
Like,
because I was
honestly,
thinking about it. Wow, when they made it, right? Like, they already had, like, Warcraft and all that. Would it have been possible for, like, WoW, like, they already had the whole... They had, like, the setup of the world.
Mhm.
So do you think that, like, helped it? Like,
Yeah,
be
I
what
think it
it
did a
is.
lot.
Probably. Yeah.
like, it did the fact that they didn't have to start, like, as a new thing, that they were just, like, you like these games where here's now you can run around in it.
I think that's a huge advantage.
But then again, like you're also in the starting area of this game. Like for fuck's sake, when you started like in the gnome area, you probably get this guy in a bar saying, "Man, if I roll me," and nothing happens. You get this like his ingredients for the mead, and like nothing interesting happens in that. You're gonna tell me that you were totally interested in that? Like
I like starting small. I want to ease my way into it, you know?
You wanna
like,
build up,
I'm level 1, you know? Like it's like think of it in a level base. Like I'm level 1. I don't mean shit. And they're like, "Okay, punch boars and stuff." And then you're like, "Oh, we need recruits and you've been doing well to go fight like in what was it? What was it called? The West Place with Van Cleef and all that shit." Like this is like the human storyline. And like you go out there and they're like, "Oh, you've punched boars really well, so help us defeat these bandits." And like it just keeps building on itself. And you're like, I'm not the fucking chosen one.
And
I'm
then-
like, oh, cool, I could do the bandits. And then I beat the bandits. So like, oh, well, you're doing really good. You should go here now. And like, it's just a progressive thing. Like, I wasn't the chosen one. I earned it. Like, I leveled up. I stuck with it, and I slowly rose through the ranks.
Yep.
You earned it.
Yeah.
You're the Dragonborn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the Dragonborn.
That adds more to like your character development because you're supposed to grow attached to your character. That's why you spend so much
yeah,
time
I guess
with it.
that's how
That's okay.
that's how I personally play MMOs.
If that's the
What-
case, you would love that fucking Star Wars MMO. The one
Yo,
I played during the beta.
Yo,
it was
that
good.
one, that one was. I loved the way they did like questing in that, and
Old
how
Republic.
like you could pick like your choices, what you want. The fact that I was able to get my character laid in that game,
You were like,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this is pretty
Nah,
fun.
the cutscene when I crafted my lightsaber, I was like, like it was like you the first time you go fwing. It just felt so good.
But in every MMO, when I was like 14, I got every single one of my characters laid. Yo, asshole, 14F California, am I right?
oh man. ASL.
Well,
Did you say asshole?
Yeah,
Yeah,
asshole.
ASL.
It was not something you fucking heard that shit.
I've never heard.
wait,
anybody
what
say
is it? What does
asshole.
ASL stand for? Age. And
Age,
then
sex,
Sex
location.
location.
Age, sex, location.
Oh my
That's
god.
old school as fuck.
That's some AIM shit.
Yeah, that
AIM
is some AIM
chat
shit.
rooms.
That is some
AIM chat room
ICQ
shit.
levels of old.
What I think is interesting about Wildstar is they're making an MMO on the decline of MMOs.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying
Yeah.
to bring the hype back to it.
It's definitely not going to be the game. I mean, I might just be speaking too soon, but I don't think it's going to be the game to bring the MMO back.
No,
Absolutely not.
I don't believe so either.
The fact that World of Warcraft is on decline right now, it's
Is it?
MMO is going down and MOBA is going up.
MOBA is. the
MOBAs are
move.
quicker. That's quicker satisfaction.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of MOBAs, real quick, have you heard of the Orcs Must Die MOBA that's coming out?
Oh my god.
No.
Yeah,
Must
you,
make it a
like
MOBA.
it's getting to that point.
I gave up after Dead Island made one.
It's not a
What?
MOBA. It's a Zomba.
It's
It's
a
a
Zomba. A
What's a
Zomba,
Zomba?
Rick.
Yeah, Rick, do you want
Isn't that
zombie
like a
monkey.
workout routine?
That's Zumba. Close.
That's yeah. That's what I said. It sounded like a workout routine.
That's
Wait.
Zumba, close. Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
that's not
By
something
one
I made
letter.
up. It's literally the developers call it.
Yeah.
It's not a MOBA. It's a Zumba.
It's
I
It's
like,
saw
you
that, I
see,
almost
you see
lost my mind.
zombies doing calisthenics in the background.
I don't know how it's a MOBA anyway. I played a little bit of it. I think it's Dead Island Epidemic or
Yeah.
Pandemic or something
Yeah.
like that. It didn't
What are-
seem like
What
I
are video games coming to?
don't know. I wasn't.
What
Plants
do you
vs
mean?
Zombies made a first-person shooter.
That's
I
actually
thought that
really
was
good.
I thought it was clever. as
Dead
fuck.
Island is making a MOBA.
Yo, you got an IP. You got to test the. You got
Well,
to
then
make
again,
it.
Warcraft made an online trading card game.
And it's one of the most. I think it's the most successful.
And now they're making a
the most
MOBA.
successful online.
Blizzard doesn't
game.
count. Blizzard doesn't count. They're just like,
Get
oh,
outta here,
we want to.
count.
Bl- Bl-
Yeah,
Blizzard.
count.
Warcraft on
They're
You know
just
what else
like-
they made? You want to know what else they made that was not as successful as everybody thought it was gonna be? Diablo 3.
Well, I think
I'm
that-
sorry,
it's been
but
on the rise.
if you expected to follow up one of the greatest games of all time with a better game, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
Diablo 2 was awesome.
Diablo 2 was the shit. Diablo 3.
Diablo 2
started off bad.
wasn't just awesome. Diablo 2 defined RPGs for the rest of the next 2 decades.
Boom.
Tell me how you
Boom.
actually feel, Andrew.
That's how I feel.
I think that's how he
I
feels.
felt like you went to a Wikipedia article and just read that.
No, that was just
I-
me because I'm fucking awesome.
All right, Andrew. Can we
I
see?
wanna
Can
say
we
that
see
the
your
second I
hands,
mentioned
please?
Diablo,
Andrew,
you
can we see your
opened
hands?
with-
All right, good. You're not touching yourself.
He was like,
Damn,
He's
dude.
like, oh, Diablo 2 is
Necro.
the fucking greatest game.
Mancer. I like
Who'd you main,
necromancers.
Who
Andrew?
did I main? Usually Sorceress.
A druid.
I was a
Yeah, dude.
necromancer.
The
Dude.
Blizzard
Are we
Sorceress. Blizzard
Matter.
Sorceress before it got nerfed, and then Meteor Sorceress. That DPS, dude, you can't.
Yo,
AoE
Holder
DPS.
GG.
It's just GG, dude.
I've never played Diablo 2.
And I played it.
The servers
It
are
was
still
really good.
up.
Barbarian.
I've just never played it. I didn't have a.
They still
have a
sell
computer
the
at a time when it was
chests. Like the
Yeah, you
the
can still
Diablo
buy
2
the fucking
chests.
Battle
battle chests
chest,
on like
dude.
Best Buy.
Yeah, you
Battle
can.
chest.
Dude, I bought the
Also-
battle chest for like
Also,
Warcraft. So
why?
many times.
Actually,
I
you know
feel
what?
like you put too much emphasis on the wrong syllable there.
Wait, who me?
No,
Syllable?
Super.
Yeah.
Syllable.
Eddie. He was
What did I say?
like Best Buy.
Oh,
That's how you fucking say it.
you can go to the Best,
Best
Buy.
Buy.
No, that's just Eddie. Just don't worry about it.
Eddie.
There's emphasis on the wrong syllable. It's just-
Yeah.
Your face is the wrong
Besides,
syllable.
I want to kind of drive this conversation back because there's a lot more to talk about with I don't know, Wildstar coming out. Besides the lore, personally, I don't give a shit about because I just don't. That doesn't really define a game too much for me. The gameplay itself, a lot of people, it seems, as of right now, it seems to be a love-hate kind of thing. I really like it. Some people think it's cheesy.
It's also really, really early in the beta.
I really like the.
No.
No, it's being
game-
released this month.
Yeah, the game's coming out in like 2 weeks, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's coming out at the beginning
I
of
thought you said it was buggy as hell.
I like Invisible
they
Eddie
have
just
their
giving
patch
his
every day.
opinion.
Yeah, Invisible Eddie. Oh, I love
Yeah,
it.
like I like the races in Wildstar. I think they're fucking stupid, which I like.
The races?
I like
Ugh.
I really don't.
Nah.
They're gonna have. I mean, they have. All right, the two really stupid ones is the Chua.
Well, anyway, the reason I was invisible the whole time was because I know we're already out of the subject, but look at this shit. Look at this.
Oh, the battle
Oh,
chest.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
You almost
The
stopped.
battle
Nice,
chest.
Fucking
You have the battle chest.
yeah.
Nice.
Dude,
I got the
I
battle
must
chest for this shit, and I got the battle chest for this shit.
have gotten like 6 Diablo battle chests because I
Yeah.
kept losing the one with the key.
Yeah, though the keys.
Dude, that
And you have to reinstall it on a computer.
By the way, Anthony, you would play a Necro.
By the way, for all you younger viewers, you had to buy the disc, and they had a little sticker on the case, which was usually a little paper thing, and you had to type in the key, and then if you lost it and you had to re-download it, you were shit out.
No, there was no re-downloading.
There's
Like,
no re-downloading.
There was no
Just
downloading.
reinstalling and repatching.
If you want
Exactly.
CDs, you had to go get new CDs.
Yeah.
There
Where's
was-
the CDs?
Your
Yo,
CD key
Civilization-
used to be pasted.
Civilization
game
3
case.
came on like 6 discs.
If you lost your CD key, you basically you would cry yourself to sleep while playing The Sims or some stupid shit like that.
Like, everyone nowadays is
Solitaire.
lucky. It's like, okay, I'm going to download this game. You leave your computer on, you walk away. No, you had to sit by your computer and it's like, alright, when am I going
Wait
to
for the
insert
discs.
disc 5?
You had to switch out
Golly.
disc.
Basically,
remember
what you do is
installing WoW.
you would play The Sims and you would just make the name of your characters in Diablo 2 the family members and just give them a Viking funeral. Just put them in the swimming pool and take off the.
What?
I was never.
What are you on about?
I was
That's
never in The
not a-
Sims either.
My girlfriend used to
Um,
shit.
I want to say
Right.
The Sims was like the first thing that essentially, you know how everybody was like, oh, video games was causing all the serial killers and shit. I want to say The Sims was the first case of that. 'Cause that is some next level psychopath shit.
The way I always
Sims
saw
were
it,
fun.
the way I always saw it with like serial killing and games and shit. If anything, it was just like it was a way to relieve stress off of that. Like, imagine some kid. He's like, I'm gonna shoot up the school. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna play some GTA.
Just,
I'm gonna
just,
blow
I'm just
shit
gonna let
up.
you know right now.
But
We're on a really sensitive, if I want to say.
a sensitive subject.
Yeah, I was just gonna put that
So?
out there.
All right,
Oh,
video games for
okay.
me were always stress reliever. If I was feeling down, I mean, I never wanted to kill myself or another person. But if I was ever feeling bad, I just blow shit up in a video game. Be like, wee, stress
I mean-
is gone.
Alright, this is leads into a different topic.
All right.
We've all played video games and we've been like really pissed off with the video game, but we keep trying.
League of
Like,
Legends.
what is the maddest that you've gotten in a video game and what did you do?
Oh.
It was a Tony Hawk game.
A Tony Hawk game.
It was the Alcatraz level, and I couldn't do.
Tony Hawk Pro
I forgot
Skater
what I don't remember which one it was or what I had to do. But I remember, just chucking the controller across the apartment, and then just going to sleep, and just
Didn't even
taking
pick
it
it
up. I was like,
Can I tell
no.
you what?
All right.
Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. I was playing rank. I was trying to get my E Honda to rank B, and I kept getting these fucking matches that everybody was just using evil Ryu or Akuma or Oni, and I was just getting so angry that I got a controller just like this. I slammed it right on the floor and I stomped on it so fucking hard I actually bent it in half. That's how hard I fucking stomped on it. And I hurt my foot so goddamn hard too. Because I wasn't even wearing shoes for that shit. I literally stomped on it so fucking hard. And that's the hardest I've ever been at. Not the hardest. the
That's
a
baddest
different
I've
topic.
that I've ever been in my entire life.
That's
What
the
about you,
baddest I've
Andrew?
ever been at a fucking
I'm
video
gonna
game.
come.
That game is fucking stressful if you're trying to get to the top. I'm done.
Andrew.
Yo, GoldenEye, dude. That
GoldenEye?
game, yeah, dude. When I was a kid, because I was like, that was when I was really, really young. I would get so mad at that game that I would like fucking cry. I was just like this little like ball of fucking anger, dude, playing that game. I would be playing on Double O Agent or whatever, trying to do a run through, and just like keep getting to this one, like the one spot over and over again, and then just fucking die. And it was just like angry tears.
Yo, hold on. Are you talking about the fucking train level that you gotta use the laser to like slowly cut the whole vent, and if you fuck up one little shot, you will be completely out of ammo. You're gonna shoot everything else down. Because that pissed me the fuck off. I'm talking about GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64. There's like a mission.
yeah.
You're in a train, and then like the train is gonna fucking explode, and then you gotta like cut these like this square ass vent, like surgeon, like a fucking surgeon, like, and if you run out of ammo, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, then the train just blows up and you just die.
Yeah, and you just.
I was watching
like
a
stupid.
speedrun of that game, and the guy specifically pointed out the laser beam part. Like,
Sucks.
he said that it was like a run ender. But what about you, Danny?
A run under. I don't remember what game I was playing. But when I had my first Xbox, this is when the Xbox 360 first came out. I think it must have been either Gears of War or COD 4, because those are the only games I had when I don't know, I got my first Xbox. I had it situated on the floor. It wasn't like in my I don't want to say entertainment center. Like, you know, you have your TV, then your VCR was there and all other crap. It wasn't like in there with everything else. It was just on the floor, and it was standing up. Bad decision immediately. And I sat like kind of really close to the TV, and I think I must have died like consistently. I must have gotten. I don't remember the reason I've gotten mad, but I punted the Xbox across the room. I was wearing shoes too, so it wasn't even like I had to like heal it. I just like soccer kicked it across the room and it went like 4,000 pieces. And then like I was so relieved, but then I was so upset. Because I was like,
your fucking Xbox.
I was just so upset. And well, no, dude, I think I've broken over 7-8 controllers. They've
You also
gone
broke
across
your
the room,
keyboard
been
like
destroyed.
7-8 times too.
What?
You also broken your keyboard right now like
Okay.
8, 7.
Okay.
That's a
No,
mistake,
I broke my
though.
keyboard once. That's because I tend to spill stuff on my desk all the time now. It only happens when I'm on camera though, so I'm surprised I didn't spill this fucking coffee.
Oh.
Stop.
All right,
Anthony.
I have two stories. One was the complete like the biggest burst of anger, and the second is the most consistent anger. So, the consistent anger is I used to be an achievement whore, and I had 100% every game that I had on Xbox. And if
Used to?
anyone, yeah, I don't do it anymore. I don't play Xbox no more. But the one game, it was like broken. And if anyone's ever played it, they'll know my feels right now.
Rising.
It was Mortal Kombat versus DC. That game sucked. It was terrible.
Yeah.
But what killed it was the combo challenges. And the combo challenges were so broken, there was some characters that you would have to pick specific stages and get people into specific corners to execute some of the combos that they wanted you to do. Like some of the devs who made it were like, "Dad, this is possible, I think." And then like you just had to figure out a way to do it. And you had 100% all of the combos to get the achievement. Like, oh, so I was on one of the last ones and I spent an entire day on it. I ended up punching a hole in the wall. I never thought I would do that in my entire life.
Is that where the hole came from?
That is where one of the holes came from.
Oh, multiple holes.
Well, all right, real quick, branching off. I used to live with my cousin, and he was like, he had anger issues. Like, he got into an argument with somebody, punched a hole in his wall, right, and then walked out. And me and my friend Joey walked into his room and started laughing our asses off at this hole in the wall. So we like decorated it and stuff. He came back home, got pissed off and thought that we made the hole bigger and punched a hole in my wall. I was laying there, and he was like, "Did you do that? Did you do?" And I'm just laying there like, and he went, "Boo!" and just completely leveled a hole into my wall, and I was like, "What the?"
If he had hit a stud, I would have laughed so hard.
He would have broke his hand.
He would have broken his hand, and it would have been hilarious.
I feel it would have been considerably funnier if he punched it right where he punched his hole. That way you would have like a fucking hole, just be like, "Hey, what's that?"
Yeah, just like a hole, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, but the second one. Oh, by the way, I did end up 100%ing that game. You know, it feels so good. Like I came everywhere. But okay, then the sudden
First game you 100%ed.
on what, on Xbox?
Yeah.
Avatar:
Oh,
The Last
God.
Airbender.
Well, hey,
Nigga,
yeah.
please get out of here.
No, I don't remember. Like NHL 06 or something.
Oh, you
I had a lot of gamer score though. Now I bought that game because I loved hockey at the time. That game was awesome. All right, but the biggest burst of anger, I didn't have a memory card, so keep that in mind. I didn't have a memory card, but for some reason I wanted to beat God of War on the hardest difficulty.
Oh god.
So I sat down one day and started playing it on the hardest difficulty, and I got to the last boss. There's like 3 stages to the last boss, and I got to stage 2, and I died. I can't even calculate how many times I died, but I was just like this. I was like channeling a spirit bomb. I was just chilling, but I knew the anger was coming, and then the game finally froze on me. And I just took the controller and went, ah! And I was trying to hit a wall. It went right out the fucking window. Like it unplugged, went out. I got in so much trouble because I almost hit an old lady, like right there. Like the planet, like the stars aligned. The thing came out of the controller. The game froze at that very fucking fraction of time. The controller went out the window, and all I heard was an old lady go, "Oh!" And like she rang the doorbell like a million times, and like my mom answered. She was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like she had like the controller. I didn't even know what to say to her. I pretended that I put it on top of the window seal thing, and it fell off.
Why
I
did
feel
you
like
have a
that would have
memory
been
card?
infinitely funnier if she was like waving a big black dildo at you.
Can I keep it? Like
Wait, why didn't you have a memory card?
Speaking,
it probably
Yeah,
broke or
mate,
something. It was,
yeah.
like it was.
Speaking
This
of,
was like later in time though. Like I didn't even.
Hey,
need
an
a
old
memory card.
ass bitch.
What was that?
So,
but yeah, speaking of like throwing controllers, that actually reminds me. I've never actually shown you this, Danny.
Turtle Mouse. The Turtle Mouse.
I love
Oh,
the
Turtle
turtle mouse.
Eddie, tell the story of
Yeah.
the Turtle Mouse and why you had it.
I have. Why did I get it? Well, one day I broke my main mouse because it was a
You
blue
broke-
version
you
of
broke your
this
main?
mouse. It's like some Chinese knockoff or some shit. I don't know what it's called. It's like a cobra. That's all it says. It has the face of a cobra. Anyway.
Eddie went
It
so
was
hard
like a
in his
blue
main,
version
he
of
broke
that.
her.
And I was playing fucking League of Legends, and I got so fucking pissed because I was feeding super hard at top lane that I literally grabbed it and I fucking slammed it against the wall, and that caused the mouse wheel to break. And I was like, well, I need a new fucking mouse. So I go to eBay the same day, and I'm like, Anthony, there are car-shaped mouses or mice in this.
They didn't light up though.
They didn't light up, and I was like, oh, the headlights don't light up. That sucks. And then I'm just scrolling down. I'm like, there's a turtle mouse for $2. And I'm like, oh, I should get the green one. It's like the green one's like $5. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. The red one's like $10. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm just gonna get the pink turtle mouse. It's like the best one. Look at this shit. So now every time I play a game, oh, by the way, I can show you the other mice, but like it's kind of irrelevant. But like, because it's like the other one, it's like the same as this one, but it's like a yellow color, and then I have some green piece of shit that I don't think I'll ever use. But I have this turtle mouse for the specific reason that, like, let's say I'm playing League of Legends, and I'm like, well, I'm getting quite fucking angry. I immediately switch this awesome mouse to my turtle mouse, and I keep playing. And by the way, this thing is like, extremely uncomfortable. So when I die, I unplug this shit and I toss it against the wall so fucking hard. So fucking hard. And this thing has, I don't know how it hasn't broken yet. I'll tell you for sure. For anybody
It's
interested in
got a
buying
shell.
that turtle mouse, there you go. It's got a
They're
fucking
durable.
I love
shell.
Okay,
Durable
kids.
as fuck. Like a turtle, almost.
Remember, kids, this is a healthy way of coping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when we're actually playing.
Either
games.
you can throw your mice against the wall, or you can just heavily drink. That's your call.
I know
Yeah.
Rick's option. I like it when we're actually playing a game, and like you're just getting angrier, and then we hear you guys be like, "Fuck it, I'm getting my turtle mouse." And you just get up, and like we know shit just got real.
Yeah.
that's how
You're
I
like,
do it.
I need my turtle mouse.
I need it. I usually like, I need it. You're looking around for it.
So my anchor moment, I have two.
Oh god.
Both ended the
boy.
same way. The first one was
Drunk in a curb?
Earthworm. No, this was during Straight Edge, Rick.
Oh, okay.
The first one was Earthworm Jim for the Super Nintendo.
Earthworm
Oh,
Jim.
Jesus.
Is it
Dude,
the water
Earthworm
level?
Jim.
No, it was the you were underground. You had to burrow out.
Dude, Earthworm Jim.
Yeah,
So good, dude.
Yeah, it was a good game.
I could be a gigantic faggot and also go look for Earthworm Jim. Be like, I have the card.
I'm gonna say both games because both of them ended the same way.
Mhm.
The other,
Earthworm Jim for
Guy.
N64?
no, Ninja
Shut the
Gaiden
fuck up.
for
Yeah, dude.
Xbox.
Oh,
The remake?
no, the first.
No,
one.
the original
Yeah, the
Ninja
first
Gaiden,
Oh, the
Like
guy.
where-
I
where
thought you
you-
were talking about a remake of Earthworm Jim.
where you get tossed in and you're like, "This is the hardest game ever," and then you find out it's just the tutorial. But both of those
Damn,
caused
dude.
there to be teeth marks in my controllers.
Wait, in the plastic,
Yeah.
dude.
Because I would get so angry and I looked around and was like, there's a lot of breakable things, and I just bit down really
Started
hard on
gnawing
the
on it.
controller.
That's
You know what?
impressive.
I gotta be perfectly honest. I did that too.
Yeah.
Conveniently on Street Fighter too, because that game pissed me. I actually had to stop playing that game, otherwise I
Because
would
I was
break all
busy
my fucking
chewing my
controllers.
controller.
God, I remember I borrowed an Xbox 360 controller, from somebody name disclosed because it doesn't matter. But in the right thumbstick, you know how the thumbsticks are rubber, and they were
Yep.
indented in, so it'll fit your thumb. This guy's thumbnail must have dug so far in consistently. I don't know how hard you could hold that controller like that. There was like his thumbnail sliced it in half, and the left portion of the thumbstick was missing. So only the right portion was still on there. I was like, how the fuck did this happen? And he was like, it's just the way I hold the controller. I'm like, what do you have, like the fucking iron grip? I don't know why you're holding it like that. Because
He's like fucking Sabretooth or some shit. The nails like come shink.
Yeah, he's like the Wolverine, man.
Well,
Yeah.
he didn't want to lose his grip, man.
Dude, it was also kind of gross. I don't know. Other people's nails really skeeve me out sometimes.
Why nails?
It's like a weird thing. I don't know. They're just like so dirty all the time. No matter
Let's
who
not
you are.
segue into something about fingernails, dude.
I just
Yeah,
bite
that-
my fingernails.
They
Well,
skeeve me out.
okay, so we've talked about like our top angriest moments, and since we didn't get to talk about this last time, I think we should talk about our top 5 favorite movies this time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good segue, by the way.
Jackie
Thank
Chan,
you.
Jackie Chan, Jackie Chan, Jackie Chan, Jackie
Oh,
Chan.
yeah.
Mine's
There you go.
almost the same.
Tuxedo,
I am-
80 Days
fucking-
Around the World, that one with Owen Wilson,
Shanghai Noon.
and then the other
Oh.
Rush Hours.
I'm terrible at movies.
And
I'm
the
terrible at
rush
making
hours.
lists.
All right, mine's really short. I'm really simple with movies. I really
Top 5.
really love Goodfellas.
That's a great movie.
That is a
I love,
great
and,
movie.
And a little section underneath Goodfellas. Anything Robert De Niro's in, I'll just like.
You just want to blow Robert De Niro recently.
Yes, I love.
You
I
have,
love-
I've heard his name out of your mouth like at least 5 times.
Dude,
in the
I
last
love
2
him because I watched Taxi Driver again last night.
Dude, I heard.
I couldn't sleep.
I'm hearing
It's
Robert De
amazing.
Niro as
Great
much as I'm
movie.
hearing Jackie Chan in my life.
Dude, Robert De Niro's great.
You're my go-to.
There was this one movie, I think, was it Jim Carrey? I don't know. It was this really serious movie. I think it was Eternal
Sunshine
Yeah.
of the something mind.
Yeah, that
Eternal
was really,
Sunshine
I didn't
of the
expect
Spotless
that
Mind.
to be
Yeah.
as good as I thought it was. That and I really like the fuck is it? Oh, the movie Garden State that Zach Braff did.
Huh.
That's a really cool movie too. It's I think it's a. Would you consider it a romantic comedy? I don't know. It's an indie film, but it's cool.
I didn't see it.
That is
See, I'm
That's
simple.
3.
definitely a rom-com.
Pretty sure. But now
I
the
can
Portman's
name- I
in it
can-
too, so hey, it's even better.
Anyway.
I can name 2 right off the top of my head. They're just phenomenal. Just Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
I love that movie to death.
It's great.
And 7. Seven is a fucking awesome movie.
I
Anthony.
can't say my movies now because my movies are fucking ridiculous.
What about
Oh.
Draft Day?
Oh,
Ant?
Pulp Fiction.
You know what?
Godfather.
Draft Day was cool. I mean, I'm not gonna go into detail why I had to see Draft Day, but but it was fun.
What's in the
Hey,
box?
Anthony.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
in the
what-
box?
What's in the box,
What's in the
Anthony?
box?
What's in the box?
What's
wife's
in the
fucking
box?
Alright, movies. Honestly,
Draft Day.
my favorite movie is National Lampoon's Animal House. That movie's the funniest movie.
Dude,
that's
Animal
ever
House
been made.
is so good.
It's so good. The Warriors is like, I love that movie. I can watch it anytime.
I don't have two bottles. I only
Battle
have one.
Royale.
Yeah.
Battle Royale's the best.
Great.
It's so good.
There you
So
go.
fucking
I think I have a drinking problem.
Trying to think what else is there. Maybe Jumanji.
Really?
Jumanji's
Really?
Jumanji's that far up there for you?
maybe.
Damn.
I'm thinking.
Jumanji's
Oh, see, I'm
top five.
terrible with lists because like
Yeah.
I'll make
He's
this
like
list.
remembering movies.
I
Dude,
can
you're-
make this list, and then someone will name something, and then I'm like, oh great, now I got to reevaluate everything.
You're gonna go to bed. You're gonna go to bed
Dude.
tonight like fuck.
Dude, I really
I'll really
love
send
movies, so
Jumanji.
I have the same problem that you do, Justin, because like I really couldn't just name a top 5. Like I picked the top 5, but
And then
I have the same problem.
I'm just gonna
then
throw one out
episode
there.
5 of Star Wars is.
That was the first, no, the last 3 Star Wars movies. The last 3
The first
are, yeah. But now I'm gonna throw a movie out there. You guys could just say what you think. I think that movie is. It's all right. If I could ship one movie out to like a different species, like aliens or some shit,
Lurks.
to define us as people.
I feel like you're gonna say the stupidest thing, right? Like the way you're trying to sell this thing.
Is it, dude, where's my car?
I feel like that's the way that you would sell it.
The
Justin.
Fifth Element.
Fifth Element.
Oh, the Fifth
The
Element's so
Fifth
good!
Element.
That's
Oh.
what you're
Oh,
gonna
so good!
That
He's hotter
movie,
than hot. He's hot,
If-
hot, hot.
I love
If
that
for
movie.
nothing else, Gary Oldman. Am I right?
Right?
Very
Yeah.
true.
It's-
Dude,
it's
Gary
hard to believe,
Oldman
but yeah,
is
that was
one
Gary
of the
Oldman.
best actors ever.
Guys, I've
That
never
was,
seen it.
that was a real.
You've never seen the
Oh.
Fifth Element? For real?
Oh.
Danny's
that
gotta
movie.
watch the first.
Dude,
element.
I'm not.
Dude,
I'm not
we're
a movie
no.
guy.
Okay, this is
The
what's
internet.
happening. When I come to New York in 3 weeks, when I come to Bayonne in 3 weeks,
Holy crap! It's 3 weeks.
yep,
Yeah,
it's 3 weeks.
I
We're gonna
hate
get
so-
wasted. We're gonna get wasted, and then we're going to watch The Fifth Element.
Yeah, I'm so down for that.
Fine.
Because Danny has
I
to
feel,
see it.
I feel that I wouldn't be able to tell you what Mass Effect is like. 'Cause,
Mass
like
Effect.
the way I describe Mass Effect the game would be like, oh, what's Mass Effect like? It's like, have you seen the movie The Fifth Element? It's that in video game form.
It's
That's how I
basically
would
just-
describe
just
it.
that.
No wonder why I love Mass Effect so much.
Hey, I thought you were gonna say Spaceballs when you were hyping up your.
The Fifth
Alright.
Element.
No, I thought you were
So-
gonna say like fucking some dumb
Like
shit.
Genie in a string
Rick,
bikini.
Eddie,
Yeah.
Rick, Eddie, and Danny. We need your.
Oh, I already went. Rick and Eddie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
my
No,
like
close it out.
top #1 movie, and I usually get flack for this. Is
Wait. It. Oh no, I had it. No, I remembered it. I was
Is
gonna
it
be.
the
Come on.
Roger Rabbit movie?
Who Framed
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
That is a great movie,
It is a really good
and
movie.
it is a great example of like good animation because
The
of one
animation-
scene.
Hard-working
It
animation.
was drawn, and the animation still stands up to today's quality.
The lamp. There's a scene where
Not the
the
lamp.
walking,
Not
the
even
lamp is
Yeah.
swinging.
When they're in the back room of the bar,
Yeah,
there's a scene where there's a term now in animation called knocking the lamp, where when Roger hits the lamp, the person who drew that scene, they drew the shadow changing based off of every direction that the lamp was. And it took so much time, but it was something that wouldn't even go noticed if they fucked it up. Also, every person who acted in that movie had to take 6 weeks of mime training because they had to pretend that they were carrying or working around this 60-pound rabbit all the time. And also, the main character is awesome. He's a British actor, but he does an amazing Boston accent. You would never even know.
Yo, rip in peace.
He's not dead.
yeah, he
He
is.
is.
He died like 2
Yeah, he
weeks
died,
ago.
dude.
Oh God, Rick said.
Bob Hopkins died?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like.
All right, you guys do your
R.I.P.
thing.
Yo,
I'm gonna-
so we gotta stop the podcast for a moment. We gotta let Rick listen to Near My God to Thee.
hold on, I'm gonna IMDb this.
Well, while he's doing that, Eddie, why don't you go ahead and give
Yeah,
us
Eddie, what about
your
you?
top movies?
I don't know, cause like I'm hearing all these movies and I'm like, ugh, my movies are not that good.
Well,
See, I feel-
that's your opinion.
I feel that one of my favorite movies of all time. It's one of the first Jackie Chan movies I saw, and that's Rumble in the Bronx.
Yeah, it's a great movie, dude.
It
That's
is
a
cool.
fan-fucking-tastic movie. That's a good example of that Jackie Chan fucking destroyed himself to make a good movie. He may not be the best actor, but the fact that there you go.
Civilization.
He
Rip
died
in
like
peace.
last week.
Good night,
Yeah.
sweet
Wait,
prince.
he died last
He
week?
was Mario.
He wasn't
Yeah,
very
Oh
good.
my
he was
God.
Mario.
Oh my god.
He was Mario. He was Smee.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was Smee and Hook.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, like the movies that I'm gonna tell you are basically movies that I can just sit down and fucking watch them and just have a great time.
Okay.
I've seen them so much and I love them. Rumble in the Bronx is one.
Yeah.
Big, Big Daddy.
Adam
Fun, that's a
The Adam
funny ass
Sandler
movie.
I love that movie. That movie's fantastic. If anything, Jon Stewart kind of sucks at it, but whatever.
No, I thought I liked it. Like,
I didn't like Jon Stewart too much in that movie, but whatever. Adam Sandler still does his Adam Sandler, so that works. Then The Fifth Element. Fifth Element is like one of my favorite movies. It's literally kissing this nigga's ass. It's like straight up one of my favorite movies. Then, like,
Anthony's like, yeah, butt stuff later.
you that Brandon Fraser fucking movie, The Mummy.
Oh, the
I thought you were gonna say George in the
Dude,
Jungle.
the first Mummy, yeah.
Yeah, that movie's fan.
Who's the guy who played the main chick's brother? He was my favorite one.
And Next in the Moon.
Hi, next on the moon.
Nah, remember? All right, he's about to get like chased by all like the zombie people, and then like he pretends to be one. He's like Emotep,
Yeah,
like
I forgot what his name is, but yeah,
that guy made that movie for me.
absolutely. And that's 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go with my Miyazaki movie. Princess Mononoke. Fuck it.
That
Dude,
movie's
you can't go wrong. It's such a good movie. But any of
And,
his.
and if you don't like that,
for real.
fucking Spirited Away. There you go.
I've seen that
Spirited
one.
Away, also a really good movie.
Does
Never
everyone
be a
have a
second movie
hat
is good.
in their room?
A hat?
Yes.
No,
somewhere.
Somewhere.
I
Yeah.
can get
Really?
one. Why?
If you can really quickly just get that hat for me, thank you very much.
Hold on, I gotta look for it.
God damn it, Rick. Fucking weird ass requests and shit.
Do I have to wear the hat?
Yes, put it on real fast.
All right, everybody, welcome to Pointless Agenda, the new hat cast, where we wear hats indoors. Okay. Where's your hat?
I have it, don't worry.
Just a random hat? Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Alright.
A friend of mine handmade this hat for me. It's a Diglett hat. It's like from Pokemon.
Oh my God, Rick.
It's the only hat I have.
So what? Oh wait, we're waiting for Justin. to get
wait,
a hat.
Rick, you goofed. Guess what I still have?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the aviator cap.
No. Yeah.
No, I thought it was about to be the Solaire helmet.
You could have done
He just
that.
got so excited.
God damn it.
All right, so Ant's got a hat.
Just go away for just-
Great. So
What
can
have
we
I
have a hint as
fucking
to what
done?
this is for?
I
You'll
got
find
my
out.
hat.
All right. So we all have.
Ow.
We all
Damn
have
it.
hats on. Wait, I'm gonna turn mine.
I had to stuff it with t-shirts because it's hard ass metal.
I can't find my
Alrighty.
actual hat.
I like
so
that Justin and I are the ones with the fucking wool caps, and then
I
everybody else
can't-
actually has the hat.
I can't find my actual
I have a
hat.
wool
I have to
cap.
wear. I have to wear the backup hat.
It's okay.
Alrighty. So, if we could have a moment of silence for Bob Hoskins.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
The hat was for taking off, Anthony.
And
Show
you're
some
putting on-
damn
you're putting on
respect.
more hats.
This
And-
isn't Team Fortress.
Yeah, this isn't. I'll say this isn't Team Fortress.
This is morning.
Oh, we're not respecting. Go ahead, Rick. Do
For
your
the record, I
do
can't
your
hear
speech.
anybody, so
Rick, do your
Alright.
speech.
He was an amazing actor. He brought many people wonderful moments of joy. And the film community has lost an amazing actor. Alright, back on.
Congratulations.
So,
Hey, now.
Wait, I missed that entire conversation.
That
Well,
we
that's
changed
your
our
fault.
hats
That we-
for my man's.
They were
So
taken.
I'll close out
I
the
think of
movies.
yeah.
For me, top 5, and I just had to pick some because I love movies and I have so many favorites. But top 5, we're gonna say Empire Strikes Back, obviously, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Harrison Ford,
I love
that
As my
movie.
man.
That's a movie. I love that movie. That movie's fantastic.
and
I totally
Connery.
do butt stuff.
Yeah. The Prestige. I don't know how many of you guys have seen that, but
But, alright, whenever I think of the Prestige, I think of 2 movies.
It was the other magician movie that came out that same year.
Yeah, there was one with
Christopher Nolan. No,
The
not
Illusionist.
Ed Norton. It was Hugh Jackman and Christian
Oh, I
Bale.
found my hat.
That was a
Over
good ass
here.
movie.
It was a fucking amazing movie.
Actually, can I retract one of my movies? I want to take off Big Daddy and put in Dawn of the Dead, the original.
Ooh.
Shaun of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
Shaun,
I like
that's
Shaun of the Dead. I prefer Dawn of the Dead, the original.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
The Shawshank Redemption.
I remember the first time I met Andy Dufresne.
and Saving Private Ryan.
Oh
is
yeah.
Obviously one of my all-time favorites. That movie's so good.
Okay,
I
I've
still have
seen.
So
I
good.
want,
Seven Ryan's
I
Pride.
want,
I
I
still
want to
have
say
4
something.
more.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Oh.
you didn't finish.
Yeah,
Rick souped up.
finished.
Rick
still
souped up
has
that one
one.
movie.
Yeah, Rick
Yeah,
went to,
you-
we went
you
to
suit Roger
No,
Rabbit
my,
so
my
hard.
mind
Yeah,
was
all
blown
upset.
because I found out that he died.
Go ahead, Rick.
Oh,
you can
also, one thing about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, fucking Christopher Lloyd's eyes in that scene, that was creepy as shit.
Christopher Lloyd
Go
was good in there.
Whatever, you know what I mean.
Let's see. Pianist, very good movie. Her.
finish. Really?
Haven't seen it yet, but I've heard a lot of really great things.
It came around in a time where like it had a little bit of meaning to me, so and that was the first movie I ever saw by myself.
Oh, that's a good choice, I guess. And it's like, draft day.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what? Towards the end of this, just remind me. I think I just at this point have to tell the story why I saw that, but continue.
Alright.
Breakfast Club.
That's a
Classic.
good movie.
Yeah, very good movie.
Fantastic movie.
Shoot, what was the other one? I'm gonna go with
The Fifth Element.
Duck Soup, the Marx Brothers.
You're gonna go with Street Sharks, the cartoon?
Yes, Street Sharks indeed.
Streets.
The
Sharks, man.
Teenage Mutant Ninja
That was
Turtles
that,
movie.
that came from a time
Oh.
where like they tried to.
okay. Okay. I'm gonna take out Jumanji and put in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna tell you right now, Casey Jones is my childhood hero.
Really?
Damn,
Casey
dude.
Jones is probably my favorite
He
character.
Damn,
combined
dude.
sports and beating people up.
Oh man.
Like I wanted to be Casey Jones. When I wanted to
Dead-
get the
fucking
mask
Dead
and
Poets
beat people up
Society.
with baseball bats.
Dude, what would you ever like that really good first movie when the second one is so much Vanilla Ice, man!
No, the second one's great. They're all great. All of them are.
Nah, the third one's not that good.
Yeah, I love. Doesn't matter. It's still great.
I feel like such a plug
That's how good
to talk
it
about
is.
Movies.
But there's
Wow.
something I
What
want
the
to.
fuck's going on?
There's something I wanted to say about movies, and I feel
Okay.
like
I think after Anthony says his thing, the next segment is going to be saying movies that are really good and whether or not Daniel's seen them.
I just wanted to say something real quick because I think I've
Ninja
noticed
Turtles, The
this.
Secret of the
I'm a fan of like not that great movies like on TV. You know what I mean? Like when you would be flipping because I miss
Sharknado.
No,
Yeah, I was
not
about
like
to say,
not
I
like
was about to say.
sci-fi movies. But there
Megalodon.
would be certain movies that would come on at like 12 in the afternoon on TV.
On the Hallmark channel.
Saurus versus Mega.
Yeah, on the Hallmark channel. And that was like a memory. If I ever was like sick from school, I would spend the whole day just watching movies from like the 80s.
I would watch the Game Show Network when I was
And
sick.
now
Card
now it
Sharks
just
was my
seems like-
jam.
I
it
watch
doesn't seem like there's
infomercials.
ever any movies on.
You too, Rick? You would watch infomercials?
Yep.
Oh,
Dude.
my man!
Hey, I'll-
Steve. Oh.
Yo, infomercials were the best. Yo,
Yeah, they were.
I watched the Magic
Oh,
Bullet.
Eddie's so
I
satisfied right now.
I am subscribed to a YouTube channel that uploads infomercials.
Oh
Are
my.
you
Yo.
serious?
Yo,
If
Why do
I
you like
love infomercials. I
Sorry.
never buy anything from them, but I love them.
What are you watching if you're not interested in
Because they're
buying?
hilarious.
They're so
Something,
fucking stupid.
Hispanic joke.
You see like people get so enthusiastic about like the
Blenders.
new and improved cheese grater.
blend
He's like,
pick.
how often does
Yo,
this happen to you?
I've
Does your
watched-
cheese grater just break? And he like snaps like this paper
Yo,
cheese
real
grater. in
talk,
half.
Multi-tool. They're
I've
like, it
watched-
does so many things.
I've
It
watched
cuts
the
Thanks,
Magic
Obama.
Bullet commercial about 5 times.
Which one?
The Magic Bullet commercial. One time I woke
Oh.
up just to watch.
Oh wait, wait no.
The Magic Bullet infomercial's gonna be on soon.
Is it? Wait, what's the one where he's like, I had to take the onion, you chop, 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 chop,
Slap
chop,
Slap chop.
Slap chop.
The slap chop. I love that one.
With Vince, the guy who got beat up by a prostitute.
Wasn't he
Yeah,
like
that's
a
Isn't it the other way around? The guy that beat
No.
up a prostitute?
No, they like
he
beat
got
the
his
fuck
ass
out of
up.
one another.
No,
They like beat each other up.
bit. I think he bit her tongue, so she beat him up.
Damn, dude.
Yo, rest in peace, Billy Mays.
Oh.
Oh my God, Billy Mays. That's like
Yeah.
Just made me sad.
everyone in high school looked up to Billy Mays.
Danny, do we need to get the hats again?
No,
No,
not
no,
for
no,
Billy
no,
Mays.
no, no,
It's been enough.
That's long gone.
That's a year old or like a million years old. That's fine.
Oh, that's like
Totally
5
a
years
million years
old.
old.
It's more than
Okay.
definitely more than a.
So let's everybody name like the worst movie they've ever seen.
Aeon Flux. Because I really liked the show
Really?
on MTV.
Huh.
I really liked the show on MTV, and I took 2 friends with me to see the movie, and they had never heard of it. So it not only was it bad, but it pissed me off because I was like, I souped it up. I was like, dude, the show's really cool, and they spent their money. We sat there and started watching it, and it was so awful. We left, and I personally left because I didn't want them. I didn't want their first interpretation of the movie to be that shitty. The movie sucked.
Bird.
In
Of
my
all
opinion.
time or like of recently? Because I can show. Well, it's not really recently. I would say like a year ago.
Of all time,
Good.
just any movie.
That you've seen, yeah. The movie
Yeah, I
that
got
you've
2.
seen
I think
that
it's
you
2.
think is just the worst.
Yeah, let's keep it
you
simple.
can-
So Eddie, you go next.
Actually, you know what? How about I'm gonna make it like this? I'm gonna tell you the worst movie that I've seen in a movie theater of all time, and then the worst movie I've seen. Period.
All right.
Okay.
Which was conveniently also a movie theater, but whatever. Shut up, Anthony. Last year I saw the movie Beastly. That movie is atrocious.
I've never even heard of it.
What is that?
No, man, you got me.
It's a movie about this like pompous ass like pretty boy that's a complete asshole, and then this like
And his face gets all messed up.
and like his ear gets like bent for whatever reason, and like
You're gross now.
he's gross, and then like there's this one chick that's like, you're gross on the outside, but on the inside you're beautiful, and then the whole campy shit. Neil Patrick Harris was in that one, and that kind of saved that movie a little bit, but not really.
Oh, I
And then
love
Final
Engage.
Fantasy: The Spirit Within. Fuck that movie.
I like the Final Fantasy movie.
I like the Final Fantasy movie. I
It
I
had
had
nothing-
so much hope for that.
Well, I mean, it had
So
nothing
did
to do
I.
with
So did I.
Final Fantasy, right?
Nah, not at all.
I mean, I watched
Yeah,
it when I
like-
was a kid, so I
It
was
was a
like,
completely. I just remember the CGI was fucking
It
awesome.
was a
at the
really
time.
depressing movie too.
Yeah, it was.
I just remember the spirits and the black guy, and the black guy's like, "Arr!" and he like fights and he dies. That's
alright, this
spoilers. The black guy dies, I think.
Thanks, Ant.
I don't remember.
Fucking
I don't think you
so-
can really spoil a movie that came out in like 2000.
No, it was before that. I think.
This
No,
is
it
a-
might have been 2000.
Is a hard question. Like,
What, the worst movie ever?
It was.
so
Yeah.
what is the worst movie?
All right, Rick, you got one?
Yep.
Nice.
Birdemic.
Hey, the
Well, is that
zombie
like a shitty sci-fi movie? Those can't count. Like,
Dude, it has a DVD. It counts.
no,
yeah.
I mean, there are
It
certain
counts.
movies that are just like,
Like Thanksgiving.
I'll be right back.
yeah.
I will do better than Thanksgiving.
Birdemic. You can't beat Birdemic.
All right, wait,
I
wait.
guarantee you that I can.
We almost
A
have,
week-
we
There's, no,
almost have an
there's
order.
no birds for 45 minutes.
Okay, first of all, this was like something that my friends and I in high school we did. We would go and find the worst possible movies that we could find. We would just go to like we had this place called Books and Music Exchange, and we would go. They had this like gigantic bin of like just fucking like $5 movies, like or $5 or less movies. They were just shit, just so bad. One day we found a movie called Cannibal. It was the worst movie I have ever seen in my entire life.
What was it? Was
This
it about
is-
a vegetarian? It was just like completely like wanting to eat you.
No. This is a movie that started filming in 1980. and then ran out of budget, and they finished the filming in like 2000 or something like that.
That's an epic story right off the bat. The fact that
Yeah,
they
about the
finished it.
Godzilla the movie.
Go find it, watch it,
2000.
and then come back to me and tell me that it's not the worst movie that you've
Cannibal.
ever seen in your entire life.
Cannibal.
And I'll even throw in a bonus. Pumpkinhead. That's another really terrible movie.
Actually,
And
you know
there's
what,
multiple
I'll put this up real
Pumpkinhead
quick
movies.
because I'm gay and I totally forgot about these movies when I was selling my top fives.
Hmm.
Dances with Wolves and The Last Samurai.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Last Samurai was awesome.
Yep.
Last Samurai was
Alright.
Okay,
really
you can go on
good.
with your shitty movies.
Worst movie, I might say The Last Airbender,
Oh yeah, that one's awful.
because I'm a big fan of the show,
So am I.
and there are so many things
That's got to be a
they
huge,
mess
huge
up on.
letdown.
So many. First off, they mess up how to say every character's name.
How do you do that?
M. Night Shyamalan.
The first off, they mess up that. Second off, it's just small things. Like, one is that the firebenders need a source of fire, which they don't. In the show, they were able to, like, just make fire, which is what made them so, like,
OP.
OP.
yeah, so, like, dangerous.
Yo.
Because, like, they didn't need... Everyone
That's
else
why the-
needs their source, like, around them. They're just like, here's fire. And another is there's a scene where they have earthbenders, like, on a prison. And in the show, it's a metal platform in the middle of the ocean, so they can't use their powers. And how they get is like they get coal onto like there was a manufacturing plant, so they knock over like a bundle of coal and use that. But in the show, they're just like on the side of a mountain, and it's like, come on, like
Or you
You
mean
mean the
in the
other way
movie
around?
there?
The movie, they were on the side of the mountain.
yeah, in the movie they're on the side of the mountain, so it's like, like how you gonna mess
Like
up?
you couldn't have just like
No, but the
easily
but the
made
thing-
the matchup.
Exactly, it just
You could
But
have
the thing about that
just
movie,
you
you
just
gotta
CGI'd
understand-
the huge ocean.
You gotta understand that some of the things about the. I'm gonna tell you something good about the movie. I think the female main character became the voice actress for Korra.
What movie is this?
The Last Airbender.
All right, but here's a question. Here's a question though. If you saw The Last Airbender before reading it, or
Excuse me.
watching like the anime or whatever, would it have been better? Was it a good movie? Was it a
nah,
good standalone
it wasn't even
movie?
a good movie. Like
Because there was a
There was-
movie.
Of course not. It's M. Night Shyamalan. Of course it's not.
There
It's
there
good
was a movie
standalone
that I
With a
personally
twist.
enjoyed, but then read the comic after, and I was looking back at the movie saying, how did they do this? But the movie by itself, if you took it as its own entity and compared it nothing to the comic, it was cool.
Are you gonna say
But-
Scott Pilgrim?
Can I guess? Can I guess? Is it Watchmen?
Close.
Scott Pilgrim?
It was Wanted.
Batman.
Wanted.
Wanted.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The comic is so good. It's
Yeah.
really short,
Yeah.
but it's so good. And then the movie's cool, but I could imagine if I didn't watch the movie first and I read it first, I would have been so pissed. Like I would have been so excited to see this happen in a movie, and then literally none of it happens. It's completely
It couldn't
gone.
happen. There's a giant talking shit monster in the comic.
Man, it's CGI. It's not like
wait, what comic?
The Conquer's Bad for a Day strike of that comic? What the fuck?
There's something else because I always see people mention this, and it's Watchmen. People
That's the
always
ending,
complain that the ending, because in the comic,
I don't
it's a
think you
giant.
should. If I
Fucking
may, I don't.
you know
But
what? Just
still, it's-
yeah,
it's
you
a
know you
comic,
can.
though.
It's
Okay.
but
shit
yeah,
came
Not
out
for a
years
long
ago.
time.
Yeah.
No, don't worry.
all right, here's a hold on. Where is it?
If you haven't seen
Where's-
Watchmen and you care about it, just skip to.
Yeah,
I'll
spoilers,
show my
spoilers.
controller again once the spoilers are done. So right now, like, I don't know,
You've
do
had
that
4
or-
years. It's your fault.
Actually, yeah, you know
Oh,
what?
The
Yeah.
spoiler
Just
harmonica
put your
has been blown.
Backstreet Boys or whatever.
If you
It's
cared
like
that much about it,
You
You would
would've-
have seen it already.
Shit.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it and
Read
you're
it.
worried about it, then
Okay.
go ahead.
So in Watchmen, the movie, the whole thing is Dr. Manhattan, like, implodes in the middle of the city, right? And then everyone hates him, and that's because of the disaster. In the comic, it's like this giant sea monster, and the whole thing is like it's humanity's supposed to like come together and fight, and like in the time of like doom. The thing that pissed me off is people always complain the sea monster's a better ending. But the thing is, if you read the graphic novel, they always hint at it in like the background and stuff. So when it appears, it makes sense. If they just had it appear in the movie, everyone would be like,
Well, they would have had a slight hint at it in the movie as
or
well.
they would without that thing, they would have to add more shit to the movie. That movie's like 3 hours long already.
It is a long
Yeah.
movie.
So I think
It's a lot of blue dick.
I think I think the movie's fine with its ending. You know what I mean? Like,
I think honestly, I think that plot line was pretty well written. I think it
Watchmen
was
pretty badass.
I think it could have been like a lot. I think that could have been a disaster. Frankly,
it could
You know,
have been
if you have
worse.
to
It could have.
if you had to change the
So it's
plot
basically
line.
a bad movie for the people that like read the comic, but otherwise it's an
Yeah.
enjoyable movie.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what movie
well,
I actually
I mean,
couldn't sit
yeah, I guess.
through? The Dark Knight. I thought it was boring as fuck. Then again, I really don't like Batman.
That helps.
Dude,
I'm
that's
not a huge superhero guy,
that's one of my
but-
favorites.
but The Dark
For
Knight is
sure.
pretty badass.
I
Like
found it
the,
extreme.
Oh,
I'm,
it's-
I'm
it's
sorry,
Christopher
Christopher Nolan is amazing. By the way,
he owns Batman in my mind.
also did The Prestige. Gonna point that out.
Check that out if you haven't.
Check that out if you haven't.
Incredibly boring.
Also did The Prestige. Also did Inception.
Heath Ledger.
Mhm.
I really like.
Also
Black
did
Panther.
Inception.
Heath
Also
Ledger.
did Memento. All amazing movies.
All right, Angela, see your hands
Putting
again,
that out there.
please.
Oh, right. Here's spoilers of Ended or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't. I can't.
So,
I don't think I
okay.
have a movie. I don't.
I went to a movie and saw it. I thought it was awesome, but I went with my mother and like a few people, and they wanted to leave. And I know a few people love this movie. Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Greatest movie
Oh,
ever.
that's so
Amazing.
That
good.
movie is amazing.
Amazing.
Who wanted to leave?
You wanna know what's a really
My,
good movie?
my mom, she wanted to leave. She thought it was the most retarded thing ever.
Well, I mean, it was, but
You wanna know what's a really
It's
stupid
one-
fucking movie, but really cool at the same time? Shaolin Soccer.
yeah, it's another one. Shaolin Soccer was great, and then what was the one?
The Kung Fu Village with like the
Yeah.
trying to-
I can't
Kung Fu
remember the
Hustle?
name of it.
Kung Fu
Kung Fu Hustle.
Dude,
That was
Kung
it.
Fu Hustle.
That movie is so
Oh
good. It's so
my
fucking
God.
stupid, but I
Oh,
love that movie.
What movies are so bad is they're good though?
Kung Fu Hustle.
Mouse.
Like-
Kung Fu Hustle and
Thanks,
Ricky,
Kelly.
the story of Ricky.
Oh, great.
got a lot of
Kung Pao
guts.
and Kung Fu Hustle are so bad that they're good.
You're undoubtedly in the gang of four, Oscar.
What is it? Riccio, the story of Ricky is the full title.
Yeah, I think I
Donnie
have it
Darko.
I think the full
somewhere.
thing's on YouTube.
Donnie
also.
Darko's a good movie.
Yeah.
Like Troll.
Yo,
too.
actually, you know what? I'm gonna put it out
Troll
there.
2.
Donnie Darko fucking sucks.
Whoa! Whoa!
I'm going there. I'm going there. Donnie Darko
Why do you
sucks.
feel that way?
Donnie Darko 2.
There was a sequel. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Probably
serious?
none of like the same
That's
actors.
like making a sequel for the fucking Butterfly Effect with like Ashton Kutcher. Are you shit?
They did.
Oh my
they did.
God.
They did make a butterfly effect too.
I think they made
What?
like 3. They
The
made-
fuck
think
is
they-
wrong with this world?
it's
Alright.
probably
Capitalism
Dude, the
is
first
You know what,
what's wrong with
though?
this world.
Butterfly Effect was actually a pretty good movie.
That
I
Butterfly
thought.
Effect was good, but still.
I,
Speaking
Speaking
sequel,
of
that's
really
fucking stupid.
crappy sequels, original Disney movies, their sequels are just
Ah
terrible.
man, dude,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's just the best.
Like
Nah,
Cinderella 2,
what, like the straight to VHS and DVD movies? Like,
Bambi 2.
Fun fact: all the Lilo and Stitch sequels suck.
Like they were just like, all right, the first movie made so much money, they didn't even care. They're like, all right, the drawing's gonna be crap. I'm not even gonna try, and the people are still gonna get it.
Toy Story though?
Well,
Okay,
all the
Toy Story's
okay.
Pixar.
Pixar, yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
true.
still like Disney.
no.
Well,
It's Disney
part of Disney.
Pixar.
Technically it is because the guy from
Anthony, are you
Pixar
really that upset that I
works for
said Donnie
Disney.
Darko sucks?
I don't know. That I mean,
No.
technically,
Oh, okay.
Disney owns Marvel, but Marvel movies aren't Disney movies. You know, like
Fair enough.
Disney
They're not
lets
they're not
their
Disney
people-
owns Star Wars now.
Well, hold on. If you think about it, most Marvel heroes don't have parents.
Star Wars movies might not be that.
Star
Most
Wars
Disney
hasn't changed.
characters don't have parents.
Yeah, like Marvel. I don't know why it's not Marvel. Disney buys shit, but they let the people they buy.
They don't interfere.
They let them do what they got to do.
they just add more to
Star
Disney.
Wars hasn't changed because there hasn't been a chance to commit an atrocity yet. You
Okay.
just wait.
Okay.
There's that movie coming
The
out.
good thing about Disney buying all these companies is that opens up the pool for what can be in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right? That's like
Oh my, there's so many.
So wait, there
things.
can be Star Wars characters in Kingdom Hearts now?
You
I
can
can't
play
wait
as
for the-
Sora and then
I
get
can't wait
like.
for the whatchamacallit? The lightsaber keyblade.
Lightsaber Keyblade.
I love Kingdom Hearts.
Yo,
I can't wait
before they hire Hayden Christensen to be in Kingdom Hearts 3 though.
Yo, I can't
I
wait until
just-
Jar Jar Binks.
A movie
is
that's
in
so
Kingdom
bad
Hearts
is
3.
good. Tremors.
Tremors.
Kevin
Yes,
Bacon.
Tremors is so good.
It's so
Cult
bad,
classic,
but it's so
dude.
good. That
They
movie
take one out. That's where I got the concept of elephant guns. That was the
Really?
first time I ever heard of that. He destroys one with an elephant gun.
Yes.
Oh yeah, the dude.
Oh, don't
Oh,
touch it.
Rick, what were you gonna say?
But what?
I didn't hear you. Like,
Graboids.
How?
Search your mind.
Fucking
Ricky.
grab him.
Oh, I was saying I can't wait for Jar Jar Binks to be in Kingdom Hearts 3.
he's gonna be the main character.
He's
gonna be the main character of the whole
overtake
thing.
Sora. He's gonna make.
No, Sora never existed. Sora never existed. It was in Jar Jar Binks' mind. It's been Jar Jar Binks the whole time.
Wait, hold on.
God, like, the ending of Kingdom
Are you
Hearts
saying there's
3.
like a Saint Elsewhere kind of thing going on?
There's like something
It's
going
like
on.
Inception.
Yeah, it's Inception. Jar Jar Binks wakes up, and he was
wa-
Sora.
He wakes up. Annie, Misa have a spooky dream.
And that's the
Whole,
ending.
like the game, you're playing the game and the game will end and like it ends however the hell it ends, right? And then it just it goes dark and it fades out and it fades back in and Jar Jar Binks is just sitting there thinking, me thinks of a good story, and it ends.
And
then
then
it's
it
all
goes,
it's just
It's like
all
a
Jar Jar
giant middle finger to everybody who.
Dude.
right after that, it cuts
It's
to
like The
black and it
Sopranos.
goes, when you walk away.
Then Utada Hikaru just comes back in.
If they ended Kingdom Hearts that way, I would give it best video game
2 thumbs
trilogy
up.
ever.
It would have been a better ending than
I
Mass
would
Effect,
actually take
so.
the time to play all the Kingdom Hearts game if they ended it like
Dude,
that.
you should go and play them now. They're all amazing.
Nah, that's
And then
not
you
really
get
good that
Kingdom
I'm
Hearts
guilty.
1.5.
Hmm?
What?
There's a Kingdom Hearts 1.5, so it has all the
Yeah.
the handheld
All
Yeah.
the fillers.
expansions.
Like that's not the problem. The problem is that it's never been a series that I liked. I didn't dig it.
It was really good.
It's
No,
not even
something-
the Disney characters so much immature, such gay. It's not that. It's just I
Such
wasn't
gay.
into the fighting system.
I remember I had to
Just such cake.
one day. I think it was. I don't know why I was going to church in the morning. It might have been Easter, but I remember I had to go to church. So I was playing Kingdom Hearts before, and I was on the final boss, and I had
Which
to
one?
beat the final.
Kingdom
The
Hearts
first
1 or 2?
one.
One.
And I had to beat the final boss before leaving the house. So it was like a time crunch because I had like
Pause the game.
no, I was in the middle of a fight, and I beat it like a minute before we had to leave. And I just let the credits roll and I left the
You're
house.
like, praise Jesus, and he just like walked out. Dude, I love those games. I played the first Kingdom Hearts. I was I don't know when it came out, but I was really young. Andrew, what?
It had really good graphics.
For the time, yeah. Andrew, I don't even think I want to know. I think we have to know. Nope, we're not gonna know.
That's
All right, so we
fun.
lost Andrew. Andrew is officially dead.
No, I'm here.
Anyway.
Is everything okay? Are you still asleep, Mom? Okay, we're good.
So, since we're talking about
Andrew!
since we're talking about like excuse me, like our favorite movies, our most hated movies, things that made you the most angry. What are your favorite games? Give me like a top 5.
Ah, yeah, there
Okay.
we go.
Wait,
I'll
wait.
And when I
Wait,
say
I'm gonna
when I say
branch
favorite
off.
game, I don't mean like I like Gears of War 3. I actually really like Gears of War 3. But that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I mean like you can finish it right now and tomorrow play it again. Like I know for example one of Danny's example we Portal.
I think we did this
like-
conversation.
No, we didn't.
Podcast?
No. All right.
We
I'm
didn't.
gonna
I don't think so.
enhance this a little bit to make it, I don't know, like more memorable. I think because you could list like games that are good, but I want not a game in particular, but a moment that you had with a game that
All
just
right.
like you'll never forget.
For me,
You know what I'm saying?
Never
it's
forgetty.
for me. It's
Never forgetty moments.
All right,
It's
go,
for
Justin.
me.
God damn
it's
it, dude.
Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X was the first RPG I've ever played. Before all the video games I played before that were like just like shooters and platformers and Pokemon, you know. Final Fantasy X was the first game that had like some like like a story and like substance to it. So that was the first game that I played where I was like, "This is more than what I can just be doing for fun." Like this is an engrossing experience right now, and that set off me like what I enjoy now for games.
All right, anyone want to step up
Rick?
next?
How about you, Rick?
It was Putt Putt Goes to the Moon.
Nice. Love it.
No.
Rick's is definitely Metal Gear.
Well, first of all,
it was
you shouldn't pick that. You should pick Puppet Saves the Suit, clearly.
or
Putt Moon
Travels
for
Through
life,
Time.
dude.
Putt Putt travels through time, bro.
Oh, that
Nah,
game's so
what
good.
was that? Was that Teddy Bear game where he wanted to fuck the black girl?
Fatty
Fatty
Bear.
Bear.
Fatty Bear.
Fatty Bear just wanted to get it in with the girl.
Yeah, he had a fatty bird for her. That's forgotten.
He was like, "Happy
Aw.
birthday, bitch."
All right, so going back to the original topic, it'd have to be in Metal Gear 4 when you return to Shadow Moses,
Excuse me.
because I'm a huge Metal Gear fan, and I know what people are thinking. Metal Gear, I love that movie, but I don't know. And just going back to the original, like the start of the game, like the tears and the feels were welling up.
It's
I
very
didn't
easy to
cry
feel
'cause
feels,
I flexed
man.
it off.
Did they have the part of Snake's Revenge? You're not gonna
What?
get that.
This-
You remember
like,
that part of
the-
Snake's
the-
Revenge?
the
Did they
cra-
have that?
The crappy American knockoff.
Like a crappy American sequel. Okay.
Snake
Sorry.
I
Plissken.
remember there was a point in time when there was a moment that I was younger. I think cry at. I don't remember what it was.
It was when Aerith died in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, when she got stabbed in the back. Oh, spoilers.
Was it when Crash Bandicoot lost the mask?
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot
Yeah,
is
too many
awesome.
times.
when Ooga Booga just went like flying because I hit like too many spiky walls. He was like, "Oh," and he just like left.
And you were like, "No, Ooga Booga,
I was
fuck
like,
off."
"No!" Then he just like, came out from another box. No, I think
Mumbo goes,
I actually
"Inga
probably
Bumbo."
think it was.
That's Banjo Kazooie.
All right, it wasn't an entire moment, but it kind of relates to Justin's story. It probably was Final Fantasy VII because I did play that at a young age, and I didn't play it. I watched my cousin play it. I would always sit down with him and I would watch him play because at the time I was too young to really like know RPG element concepts to beat fights and everything. So he would do the fights. I didn't really give a shit. I just watched the story. But that was such like I don't know, such an immersive experience for me at that young age that like I don't know, gameplay stories have never like reached that caliber to me. Like maybe when I played first Mass Effect, that was like super immersive for me. Yeah, I know,
Mass
man.
Effect trilogy.
But I think when I was young too, I set my bar way too high because that affected me way more than I thought it would. It was strange because a video game or a story, not even like a movie, because most of the movies you see when you're little are very happy and they have positive messages and they don't affect you. And
Shout out to Lion King.
that kind of like, yeah. I mean, Lion King has its feels. Every Disney movie has its
Damn,
feels.
dude, yeah,
but
Lion
it
King
ends
for
Bambi's
nice.
real.
mother gets shot at the beginning.
But nothing
Lion
ever
King for
affects
real.
you in that type of way.
Nah, yo, the intro, the first 5 minutes of the movie Up, can go fuck itself.
Yep. Fucking Christ.
You don't set a movie like that. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, happy balloons, we."
Oh, we were talking about this the other day. We were talking about when I think someone mentioned remaking Majora's Mask, and someone said that that was a tough game to play when you were
I was
younger.
terrified of that
That
game.
was a really hard game.
Yeah,
That was
just
that was
because,
such an awesome game. I played the shit out of that game.
dude,
It was-
it's just
it was
because
morbid.
When you were young, you don't play around with that theme of mortality. You don't really even know what that kind of is yet.
Dude, I didn't even know that it was that kind of game. I was like, oh, a fucking Termina, my man. I'm gonna go to Termina Beach, meet the Soras, turn into a fucking Sora, swim around like the woo 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 woo. I didn't look
Water
at it.
temples sucked.
That water temple sucked.
All water temples suck.
Nintendo does not know how to make water temples.
Or stages, for that fucking matter. They fucking suck.
Nintendo, just
Hey, yo,
stop with the
but-
water. Super Mario Sunshine is the one exception.
Yes. I was gonna say it.
That
So-
game is fucking based around water. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, so like kind of building off of that to answer the original question, which was the game that I could play over and over and over again.
Well,
Ocarina of Time, hands down. That is one of like the best games I've ever
Well,
played.
you and millions of other
My
people did
hands are
too.
here.
That game
My
scared
hands
me
are
too.
here. Ocarina of Time scared you too?
The two
the
things.
Happy Mask Shop, man.
No. When the town becomes all morbid and zombie-like, that scared me. And then
Kakariko Village or whatever.
No,
The-
nigga, the fucking Hyrule. Hyrule.
yeah,
Castle.
Hyrule.
Hyrule,
Future.
Hyrule.
After you,
Oh, yeah.
You get the
after you go
Master
7 years
Sword.
to the future, it turns
Yeah.
off into all hell.
That and when you're in Hyrule, like the overworld, like the big field,
Mm-hmm.
and like those big spinny things came out and chased you. Those things
Oh,
scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. When I was a kid, like I don't know, I always had a fear of things that were just like super, like much larger than me. That's
Mhm.
why like Basilisk and Dark Souls, like anything with like over exaggerated features.
It's because he's short.
I'm those
Hey, you're still a pizza. Don't worry
Because
about
he's a pizza.
Because you're a pizza.
done. Yeah, I'm a
So,
pizza. I'm like this big.
So, Mr. Pizza, what was your favorite moment in like a video game? Answer your own question, please.
I set the question up because I just wanted to tell the story. I think, assuming I haven't already. I don't think.
Thing or what?
No, World of Warcraft, easily World of Warcraft. And the thing that did it was way back when there was 40-man raids. So I played that game for like 6 years total, but like consistently for about three and a half before I took like my first break off of it. And I was in the end game. I was raiding, where back then you needed a lot of dedication to accomplish something in that game. So me and 39 other people, like, we stayed up until like 5 in the morning. We started maybe like 5 in the afternoon. So we were in the same thing, grinding bosses for 12 hours. And, you know, obviously that's absurd, but I was in high school, so I was like, yeah, Capri Suns, the Hot Pockets, and I was ready.
Mountain Dew, mind you.
But the
Doesn't-
moment
doesn't
that...
even need caffeine.
No, I never did. But the moment that just, like, got me, and I never forget it to this day, was
Never
when
forget it.
we beat the last boss of this 40-man raid. So, for people who played, does anyone know who Ragnaros is?
Yes.
Alright, so Ragnaros...
He's a card in Hearthstone that's really good.
Okay, so there you go. So he was a part of a raid called Molten Core, and there was an absurd amount of bosses in that thing. But we spent at least like 5 hours on attempts on Ragnaros. So, which would mean like we would dedicate like 20-minute intervals, 40 people working together to take down this boss. Like, and the communication had to be perfect. Everyone had to be doing their role. There had to be a cooperation and like an understanding among everyone. Because if anyone fucked it up, then everyone died. It was all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And like that amount of dedication and that moment when we killed the boss, I never forgot it. And I got the item that I wanted. So like,
That's all that matters.
it was just like that moment, that feeling of accomplishment after all of like the hard work that we put into it is something that like I'll never forget. So
Never forgetting.
that was my moment. That's like World of Warcraft is like right here for me. Like celebrating with all those other people on our accomplishment. I mean, it's a video game. So when you take a couple steps back, you're like, you played a video game. But
Yeah, good job.
but for me it was like the bond that I had with these other people in the moment that we shared, and it was phenomenal.
All right.
So-
hey, no, we gotta see the hands. Put your hands up.
I can't. I was actually all
Too
over
bad,
myself.
I was actually just feeling up myself.
It's so good.
I mean, I won't really like step up to that story, but my personal moment that I feel was like my favorite moment of all time. I've talked about this with you guys before, but my first successful Nuzlocke run of Pokemon Fire Red.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the
I don't
Nuzlocke.
know if you guys understand how fucking hard it is to beat the Elite Four with Pokemon you don't choose. It's very difficult. You guys
Well,
don't
explain what a
understand
Nuzlocke-
How shitty Bulbasaur is. That
Explain
nigga
what a
sucks.
Nuzlocke is for people.
Bulbasaur got outscaled by a fucking Vileplume.
Daddy.
Bulbasaur fucking sucks. Anyway, what was that?
Other than Bulbasaur being terrible, explain to people what a Nuzlocke is.
Well, basically, what a Nuzlocke is the original, like, well, obviously it was like a comic. It's a comic, but basically it's also like a game mode. Leave me alone. I'm saying basically, but it's like a game mode that you set yourself in. Like it's Pokemon hard mode. So basically, whatever area that you enter, whatever Pokemon you see for the first time, you have to catch that Pokemon. And if you don't catch it, or if you kill it by accident, you're screwed. You don't get to catch anything else for the rest of that area. And it's not like you get into a cave and it's like the first floor of a cave, and then you fucked up here, and then you go to the second floor of the cave. No. If you fucked up in that first area, you don't get to catch any more Pokemon in that cave. And then you get to sit. So like that's
Shit's
one of the
intense,
rules.
dude.
The other rules is that if your Pokemon faints, it's dead. So you have to release it.
Damn.
And then the third rule, well, that was actually added later on, but you're obligated to nickname your Pokemans to like try to create a bond with your Pokemans, which actually
And it worked.
it worked except for the Bulbasaur.
The feels.
What'd you name
Who was
your
your favorite?
It looked like you were about to be overcome by the feels for just a second
Dude.
there, Eddie.
So who was your favorite Pokemon? Was there
actually-
like a Pokemon that just carried you like the
I'm a
whole way?
piece of shit because I called my Oddish. I said joke. I called my Oddish Mary Jane because it was a female Oddish.
Ha!
There you
Nigga
go.
said-
There you go.
Justin knows.
I said joke. I called it Mary Jane. I was like, I'm never gonna use this piece of shit, and I ended up using it. It was the MVP, followed by a fucking Lapras, which again I didn't think I would ever use. Beating the Elite Four with a Lapras, a Vileplume, a Golem, shit. What else did I use?
Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
So
I
Venusaur.
used Bulbasaur, but I used it more as a fucking meat shield. Like that bastard died. That bastard died at the end because that was the only thing it was good for. And then an Arcanine, no, a Rapidash, and a Spearow or a Fearow rather. Those were my no, fuck the Fearow. It was a Dodrio. Beating the Elite Four with those 6 niggas is fucking hard, and I did it.
And it felt phenomenal.
It felt incredible. You don't know
But
how
wait,
hard it is. to do
I don't
a
remember,
Nuzlocke
but
run.
didn't you have to fight Gary after the Elite Four?
Yes, that's what made it incredibly hard because you pretty much could set up for everything. You could set up for everything. Like for like the first one, she's got water and ice, so that's the Vileplume. The second one is rock and fighting. That's the Dodrio. The third one's ghost. You're fucked if you don't have psychic. You're just like, I hope I don't die. The last one's dragons. Lapras. Fucking ice. And then the last one is Gary. And it's like, this motherfucker has like no set status. It's just all different shit.
It was just a bunch
Beedoo
of
for
stuff
life.
that countered you.
Huh? But yeah, that beating Pokemon, doing a Nuzlocke run of any Pokemon game is incredibly hard and extremely satisfying once you do it. And there you go. That's my most satisfying. That was actually recently. That was like last year that I did that. So there you go. That's my most satisfying moment for a VGA.
One of the ones that gave me a lot of feels was recently I finished the StarCraft 2 campaigns. I mean, obviously the one for Protoss isn't out yet. It's just Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm right now. But there are a lot of fucking feels in that. Have you guys played through the original StarCraft at all, or
No.
StarCraft 2?
I've actually,
No,
I'm
Mine's like
terrible at
talking to a wall here.
Starcraft is super intimidating to me.
I've actually
played
literally
StarCraft.
never played StarCraft in my life.
I never played StarCraft once.
Shit, dude,
Where's the
this
giant
sucks.
wall to you?
Yeah.
Yo, Lurker D was.
If
my
only you were
shit
talking
for a
about.
while.
If only you were talking Warcraft instead, we could relate.
Dude, Warcraft.
I never played
He's just like,
Warcraft.
And it's
what is
like,
a Warcraft?
Warcraft 3 specifically.
No, not World of Warcraft. Frozen Throne, dude. Frozen Throne. I
is so
played.
good.
I played so much Undead, it was insane. That was a
Warcraft.
good-ass game.
Warcraft was
One of
amazing.
those guys.
Oh, what? I would Nerubian swarm you, ironically. I would
Dude,
force the
if-
spiders and just shit on you.
That is incredibly ironic.
They were my favorite tactic.
If nothing else, just go and watch the cutscenes for StarCraft 1 and StarCraft Brood War, and then read the plot for that, and then go and watch the ones for StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty, and
Heart of
then
Storm.
Heart of the Swarm,
Swarm.
and then read the plot for that, because holy shit, dude.
You could watch that whole
the end of Wings of Liberty. Fuck, dude. That just all of the feels, like you don't even look here. Here are my hands, Danny, but all of the fucking feels, man.
Nice.
If I may,
It's
real quick,
super
when you said
intense.
Wings of Liberty, I thought of Metal Gear 2 Sons of Liberty, and that
Yeah.
was fucking good. It was so good. I can speedrun that fucking game. I was so good at it.
Speaking of Metal Gear 2 real fast, I have a friend who actually watches the podcast, and her favorite Metal Gear was the second one, and it blew my mind. I was like, how can that be your favorite Metal Gear out of all of them?
Metal Gear.
She likes Raiden. She likes playing as
Well, that,
Raiden.
Yeah.
but that was a really good one.
Yeah, it was really
It was a good one, but like,
People were upset about Snake and Raiden.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the fact that Raiden takes up about 85% of the game.
Yeah, that's kind of
Tanker
lame.
was like the best part
and
of that
then
game.
Naked Raiden takes up any percent of the game.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I got to that part and I got the phone call from Colonel,
Scared as fuck.
and he was first. Yeah, I was extremely scared. Like I didn't know what the hell was going on. But he told me to shut my game off
And you
because I'd been playing for too long.
I did.
And I was. So I was like, oh fuck, all right. Like, I thought my PlayStation 2 was like overheating because I really was playing for like 6 hours. I got home from school and I was like, yeah! And then, and then he told me to shut my. He told me to shut it. But then I got really upset. Like I took like a half-hour break, and then I was like, I want to keep playing. Like it, you know where the story is at that point. So I was like, I want to continue. But then I turned it right back on. He called me back. He was like, you should really shut off your game. I was like, I think I broke it. Like I got so upset. So I went back to it the day after, and he told me that, and I was like, fuck you, Colonel. I want to finish this.
A guy I knew in high school, he didn't like save for like 3 hours, and he was like, you need to turn off the game. He was like, okay. And then just lost
He was just
all
super
of
down. I was
that.
like, all right.
He's like,
Well,
whatever
the
you
game
say,
told
man.
me to,
Whatever
why
you
not?
Oh
say.
my god,
It's
dude,
a
that's like
And
It's
that's
a
how-
Mantis fight all over again. I have to do what the game tells me.
And that's how serial
that's like
killers are born.
in high school. I got really into Golden Sun, and I had like this really awesome Golden Sun
Yo,
save.
Golden Sun, my man.
And then I lent it to one of my friends, and he wrote over the file.
That's my Pokemon story. That's why I never played Pokemon ever again. I had
Fucking
Pokemon.
Let me tell your story of fucking Pokemon Blue, because I've heard it so many fucking times. You
It's
had a level
depressing.
100 Ductrio. It was your pride and joy, and then your fucking uncle was like, "Ugh, let me borrow your fucking game file," and it's like, let me just start a new game, and he deleted your fucking game, and it just tore your heart open. Right, like, that's how it goes, right?
Now he's crying. Good job.
I've heard this story as much
Rick.
as the Pants of Agility story.
I can't even be mad at Rick because that's how I felt. I was so pissed. I was like 8. I wanted to explode, and I was a meatball then, so I could have
Fucking
exploded.
Times, Anthony. You tell the story like almost every
Well,
time.
I had to tell it to the podcast. Jeez.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did in the podcast.
now it-
isn't-
Yeah, got down to
Now I never have to tell it again. I never need to relive that
Never, yeah,
that horror
now it's-
moment.
No. I need to hear about the Pants of Agility one more time, Anthony.
Shut
Oh,
up.
we already did that.
All right.
Guys, it's like 3 o'clock over here, so I think we should start wrapping
Oh,
up.
Yes,
funny.
everybody. This has been fun.
Look
you
at
for-
Anthony.
I didn't know that.
Anthony, what are you doing?
I just blew Anthony's
I didn't
mind.
know what time it was. Jesus Christ.
All right.
All right,
That's
everybody.
not true. It's 2:55, you tringus.
So, as of always, we appreciate you guys watching. We had a really good amount of viewers for the last podcast. If you want us to talk about anything and then just destroy the topic, leave comments below. For Cyclone MK2, you didn't go unnoticed. We are going to talk about horror games eventually. We just need to play a few first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most of these people are pussies.
Yo. Shout out to Deadly Premonition, the best horror game ever.
Also, feel free to check out our Twitch streams. Most of us have one. We've linked a lot of our pages to the
The
to our
website.
Twitch streams and to our website. That's on About Us on our video channel, and it's also on the main channel page. So check that out too.
So
Our website
like,
right
favorite,
now
and
is-
subscribe.
The website right
Self-promotion,
now is pretty,
GG.
Kind of down. It's under development. I'm trying to get more content on it before
Yep.
I set it live so everyone can enjoy it. But the
Tell your
website
friends.
will
Tell your
probably
family.
be the main place to go.
Show your
Anyway,
dog.
Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the great reception we've been getting. And we hope you like this episode. See you guys later.
Follow us on MySpace or Amos.
We